On seeing a movie showing in a movie theater 25 out of 25 days, 5 March 2026 to 29 March 2026. Today is Monday, 30 March 2026, and here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, recap my experience seeing at least one movie showing at a movie theater 25 days in a 25-day period. 5 March 2026 to 29 March 2026 inclusive. 2 of the days included spending a day at the cinema experiences, Wednesday 11 March 2026 and Wednesday 25 March 2026, at least, which is at least 2 movie showings and at least 6.00 consecutive hours of movie going, including travel. So this was the term I've decided on, and I just before filming this video, I would say it was grueling. It was, I really went after spontaneity and just trying to figure out how to use my unlimited pass, which is how I did this in a financially doable manner. I really went after trying to figure out different traffic to and from the place, getting snack items kind of around the place and bringing to the place, like as a before or after movie snack, and really what the different time of day showings, kind of what's gaining experience with different times of days, and do I actually, in the past I might have shied away from evening showings and was like, oh, actually, can I adjust my eating to accommodate that? And I was like, yeah, actually, and it's kind of fun. It's a little bit different. I don't necessarily, if I go to a movie late at night, I found I was like, I might get something, but I'm also okay not getting something. It can be eating a lot of food before going to bed can be kind of be now I'm awake. So there's a little bit of that. Then going on a Sunday evening and seeing a movie I'd seen before versus a movie I hadn't seen, and then the movie that I hadn't seen, that night I didn't get to sleep as fast because I was still thinking about it. It was a little bit more new information, so it was grueling and it was a lot of fun. It was grueling though. I think that really I could have stiff-armed it and been like, this is what I'm going to see each day, or this is my approach to the whole thing, but I really took I don't know how long this is going to last, and it started very spontaneously. I went on the 5th and I saw 2026 film Epic Elvis Presley in concert, and then I saw Hoppers, and then I wasn't actually even going to go the 3rd day, and then I was like, why not see The Bride since it opened yesterday too? And I ripped the band-aid off on the no passes thing. How does this work with an unlimited pass? And then it just kind of continued, but it was each day. I was like, am I going to see a movie today? I don't know if I want to see a movie today. And there were some days where I'm like, I'm not going to see a movie. And then I went and saw a movie. So the movie theater is 4 miles away. And I have a vehicle that I can drive there. So there was a little bit of and I had, there's some lingering, what do I order? Is this consistently good? Can I get a little bit more spread on what I've eaten? What about traffic? What about show times? What about using the pass? So in that sense, I would say it was a very, very worthwhile experience. I forgot to check. I was going to check, but I think if I'm recalling correctly, I left the movie theater yesterday. So this was all at Regal Cinnabar Mount Lake, which is an age-gated 21 years of age and older movie theater, because they have a full bar. They have mixed drinks and alcohol and boozy shakes and stuff like that. So it's age-gated alcohol. And what I consider a full bar. Okay. Of this streak of 25 days. And I'd say I left, and if I'm recalling correctly, I had seen every movie, leaving the theater, every staple movie, so the movies they kind of play each day for a week, I'd seen every movie in the movie theater at least once. And I'd seen Reminders of Him 4 times, I'd seen Hoppers 3 times, I'd seen Undertone twice, and then the rest I'd seen once, and I was like, that's so cool. I saw every movie in the movie theater. So I was like, and I got a little bit more familiar with the faces, and talking to the people who work there and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool as well. I also kind of worked on where I sit and varying where I sit. And I got more experience with different, like, so there's the big movie theater, and then within that there's like the little movie theaters or auditoriums where the screens are, and I gained experience with each of those, like in a frequency slash quantity that I hadn't before. You know, like if I only see, like I think I saw one movie at the movie theater in August 2025. So I'm like, I only got one, you know, auditorium that time, versus in 25 days I saw a movie in more than one auditorium. So that wouldn't necessarily be true if I went to a theater that only had one screen. So that was kind of fun. Well, it was fun. Yeah, and let's see. So it started with 2026 film Epic Elvis Presley in Concert, and then it ended yesterday. I saw Project Hail Mary with my Aunt Annette, and I haven't really talked about that movie. So it stars Ryan Gosling, and it's it's an outer space kind of movie. I'd say it's more in the realm of less towards exploration of space and more like how science could be conducted in an outer space environment. So it's like kind of like a science heaped on science, you know. Okay, if you really want like the meat of science in space, there's a lot in that sense. And Ryan Gosling, he attained his, you know, eternal youth look for me. I was like, that's what I'm happy with that look. Same with, actually, during this 25-day streak, I found the eternal youth look of my Elvis Presley, my Jacob Elordi, and my Sean Hitosi, and my Ryan Gosling. Was like, so in that sense, I really found a pot of gold in terms of eternal youth looks, being like the if we had one look kind of eternally, all four of those we found, so to speak. So there we go. And yeah, I was like, would I go back and see Project Hail Mary again? So I give it 5 out of 5 stars. So it has animated rock, like as in like the rock itself is, instead of inanimate matter, it's animate matter. You know, it can communicate with the Ryan Gosling character. It gets hurt in the movie, and it actually like hit my heart so bad that I was in the theater watching it, and I was like thinking of like the book, No More Dead Dogs. Like, stop killing the dogs, and I was like, don't kill the dog. And like, it's like, you know, I was just. That was why, but I finished the movie and stuff, but it was like, I actually got home last night and I was making my bed before going to bed, and I started crying. And like, it really hit my heart. And then when they hit that rock in the movie, I was just like, I didn't cry in theater. I cried when I was making my bed to go to bed. So there we go. Yeah. So there's a note on that one. And it's more of the science there, I would say, is not like a lot of the outer space go after physics and kind of like, oh, let's see as much as we can and apply physics there. And this was more of like life and kind of biology. I might go meets, you know, geology, live rock, but does that count as geology if it's animated rock? But point being, is so the flavor of science was a little bit closer to what I do in cardiology and physiology. I'm a living thing, right? And I have a degree in geology and geophysics, and I'm like, well, I'm a living human rock. They're like, you know, that Andy Weir, it's based on a book. You know, my aunt and I had read the book twice, and like, I hadn't read it. I did put it on hold per her recommendation, though. But number 1040 in line to get it through the library system, so it might be a while. Okay, but I was like, you know, she's like, I'm gonna pin you down, little lady, and I'm gonna get Ryan Gosling. I'm gonna get one of your soulmates in there. I got pinned, if that's true. So there we go. Anyway, that's on seeing a movie showing in a movie theater, 25 out of 25 days, 5 March 2026 to 29 March 2026.